Hello, YouTube! Today we're going to be playing The Case of the Golden Idol, where we investigate a series of mysterious deaths in this strange village. The aesthetic is very, very interesting. If you want to be seen by YouTube, make sure to get all your hellos in chat. You will be immortalized in history forever as an Alekirser viewer. Everybody is going to know what kind of person you are. So say hello. Everybody can see you. I love Goody. What a horrible fate. Alright, let's give it a shot. I'm not gonna dilly-daddle any longer. Let's just go. Okay. Chapter 1. Complications in the family. An abrupt termination of contract. Study in the environment to infer what has happened. Important information can be gathered from the documents. Gather phrases from evidence and documents. Assign gathered phrases to the correct slots in the thinking panels. Complete the scroll to finish the scenario. Filling additional panels is optional but will help you solve the main scroll. Take your time to study the environment carefully. Focus on the evidence before you. Even when facing great challenges, there is no need for guesswork. You can access hints if you get stuck. Oh my gosh, okay. Well, geez. The clue is this guy that's just floating in the river, I guess. A scalpel. This is where they're dying. A medicine bottle. And a letter. Both parties agree to these terms for the expedition to Monkey Paw Island. Albert Clodsley has the rights to 2/3 of all valuables for funding the expedition. Oberon Geller has rights to 1/3 of all valuables and any golden statues found for providing the map to the expedition site. Dr. Oberon Geller. Okay, so we get their names. I will click all of these so I can get all the clues. New. Okay. What's this? A tobacco pouch. Pipe cleaner. 2 bags filled with coins. A bag of medical instruments and some medicine. A golden statue with a red stone and a bag filled with coins and gems. I knew what you were plotting, you snake! A pipe. Okay. A dagger. Alright, so... Already, we have all of these words that we can use. We've got a bunch of clues. Who do you think this guy is floating in the river? He has a medicine bottle, a map, scalpel. He's bald? Does that have anything to do with... He's me? If he's the doctor, and he has a... Okay, this guy probably is the doctor, because he has the scalpel and the medical bottle on him. Okay. So let's... Let's see. Expedition to Monkey Paw. Where is this though? Camp in... Oh wait, no, it literally says there. The ruins of Xenopolis. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. The fuck? The Horn of Finger? What do you mean? Where is this? How do I know where this is? At the very least, I know that this is the doctor. Where is this? All I know is that they're going to Monkey Paw Island. I'm not trying to brute force it. I'm just trying to see what I can gather. Where are we? Maybe based on how this looks. There's islands. It's gonna be the Bay of Shadows? Oh wait, duh, because there's shadows. What? What do you mean? Which ones could this be? Okay, I'm not gonna focus too heavily on where they are. Let's try to figure out who these people are. So we know that this guy's the doctor. Oberon and Albert Cloudly. So I know that. I figured out who these are. You think it's the Horn of Thumbs because of the islands in the distance? Well, that's the last option that we have, so... Okay. What the hell? Alright. So you managed to figure out where they are. Albert Cloudsley pushed Oberon Geller from a cliff in the Horn of Thumb on Monkey Paw Island. Okay. There we go. We didn't brute force it. We didn't have enough clues. So that was the tutorial. While Dr. Oberon Geller was surveying the poor weather with his looking glass, his expedition partner, Albert Cloudsley, suddenly pushed him off the cliff. Why? But why? My detective is cooked? No! I'm great. I'm doing an amazing job. I'm doing an amazing job. This is going great. The untimely passing of a rural gentleman. So this guy's hella dead. This man is not breathing. His head is badly wounded. He looks like a zombie. A ring with a ruby. Good thing I'm not your lawyer. I'm not a lawyer, I'm a detective. Lead poisoning. Henry Clover. A tall, rickety ladder. He was trying to climb the ladder to get the book on lead poisoning so he could figure out what to do about his lead poisoning, but he couldn't make it in time. I will say, I think he might be dead. I think he might be dead. Let's see. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Oh. Okay. It's a guy eating some stuff. Is this him? Or maybe it's his rival. Who is he? I mean, it would be really weird if he had the picture of another man in his room, unless they were lovers. Which are Crow Tower, Blackfield. August 23rd. Spontaneous combustion. I, Sebastian Cloudsley, will share my humble contribution to the science of anatomy and chemistry. Was he writing on spontaneous combustion? Okay. This clue has been added. This jacket. It has a bunch of things on it. A horse is running in the yard. A yacht is slowly floating in the river, meaning he's rich. That could be his yacht. Okay. And this golden idol. Everybody that we've seen so far, that has died has been in possession of this strange golden idol. I think the yacht did it. The horse burst into his room on the yacht and then poisoned this man before he could finish his paper on spontaneous combustion. The horse did it. I can't believe it. That's insane. Okay, let me make sure that I got all the clues. Here, okay. August 22, 1786. Woke up, a beautiful day. Washed and dressed in my dining attire. Had a beautiful roast duck for lunch. Oh, so the man in the painting is him. He loves his roast duck. Changed to my hunting attire, which I'm assuming is what he's wearing right now. Rode to hunt badgers. Had no luck today and returned home. Changed to my researching attire. Changed to my dining attire. Oh no, he's back in his dining attire. All right. Had a tasty beef loin for supper. Filled in my diary and went to bed to continue reading for research. There was definitely something in his food. We know that. Okay, so this was his... Alright. This is researching attire. Let's look back in the book. His hunting attire, his dining attire. It was his hunting attire first. Well, he'd be wearing his dining attire to eat. Okay, we got it. It might be optional, but I want to get everything that I can. Let's see. This is Sebastian Cloudsley, as we know. And Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of... Lord of... A ring. He has a ring with a ruby. Lord of... The music is soft? Oh, sorry. Let me raise the volume a little bit. I had it low. Can you hear it? I know that there's the map here, but what I'm trying to think is, okay, he's by the water, so he's the Lord of Blackfield. All right. Yeah, can you hear it now? He's the Lord of Blackfield. The cause of death was lead poisoning, which occurred when he fell... Wait, no! The cause of death was from... spontaneous combustion. Which occurred when he fell from a ladder while he was... He got lead poisoning from falling from the ladder. That doesn't make sense. The cause of death was a head wound when he fell from the ladder while he was researching. The cause of death was a lead poisoning. Was a horse combustion. Man, this game is fun. Let me think. I need to stop. Somebody died. God damn it, Allie. Somebody died. You need to take this seriously. You're not being very nice right now. Oh, man. I know. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh all over the dead body, okay? I'm sorry. Oh. Let me think. Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of Blackfield. Sebastian Cloudsley, Lord of Blackfield, passed away in his bed. The cause of death was... Hold on. He's in his hunting attire. He's in his hunting attire, which is weird because, okay, this is the 23rd, and it's daytime outside. I'm assuming this is like his daily... Oh! I get it. Okay, because this is his diary entry from the 22nd, right? And it's daytime outside. He's still in his hunting attire, which means he never got to the rest of this. So, he likely died while hunting. So, the cause of death would have been a head wound when he fell from his horse while he was hunting. Booyah. There we go. It was the horse. The horse killed him. I did notice the blood trail. I was caught off guard because he was looking for lead. He was looking through the lead poisoning. But as soon as I remembered that he was in his hunting attire and I looked at the time of day, that was okay. I'm understanding. I'm understanding the point of the game. There's gonna be red herrings and stuff. Okay. Thank you for the gift subs, Papa November. Thank you. Let's keep going. This is fun. I like this game. I really like this game. What is that? Oh, they're mourning Sebastian Cloudsley. He was 53 when he died. Okay. Oh. So now we're getting to the guy that was burning. The dramatic departure of an outsider. Oh, this is gonna be a big one. All right, 26 clues that we have to find. Let's investigate the Burning Man first. Damn. A scorched horse brush. A scorched knife. August Jockey Club Derby. Race, win, place, show, wager. Raging Sultan, 35 pounds. Okay, so this guy was horse betting. All right. Now it's all the same to you, I will take my leave. He has money on him. Spontaneous combustion. To perform the combustion trick, you must first cast a freezing spell. The sacred glyphs for combustion on the idol. This man is in possession of the golden idol, and he has the same ruby ring that the guy that we just investigated had. That's very interesting. Okay. So something's up with this golden idol. Who's this guy? Interesting. Ash Blair, finest tobacco. Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. We are to visit my nephew. He also has some money. He has a bag. A saddlebag. He has a dagger. Stable rota for Adam and James. Horse grooming. So this is a horse stable that they're by. Okay. And this is probably like their schedule for when they need to do these chores for the horse stable. Okay. Spare me, devil, I was simply following orders! This man is screaming. He's like the only one that seems to be jarred that this guy is spontaneously combusting. Astonishing Monkey Man, property of the Pear Brothers. A knife. What about you? What an unexpected turn of events. An embroidered handkerchief. Dear Edmund, it has reached my attention that you are seeking a capable new servant. I have just the man for you. David Gorin is an experienced coachman with a diverse set of talents that I am sure you will find useful. If you are displeased with his services, do not hesitate to let me know. Allie, you need to blow the guy on fire. He's burning. I should have said that in a more careful way. I don't think that's going to... I think you need to extinguish him with like a fire extinguisher. I don't think blowing on the fire is gonna do anything. Yeah, no, somebody was saying like, you gotta blow him out, he's clearly burning, and then it got auto-modded because of the word blow in. Edmund Cloudsley's speech stirs parliament. Alright. Stiletto blade. Alright. So this guy has this letter. I'm assuming this guy is Edmund Gorand, because he has the letter, he has a bunch of money. He has 3 pounds, so he's a rich guy. An embroidered handkerchief and a stiletto blade. He's a fancy guy. He's a rich guy. This thing. Okay. There's still more happening in the other room. Wow. Okay. Graffiti with the words Fat Lord and Pear Twins. Batley, Cloudsley, Hubert. I'm assuming these are like the 3 main houses. This lady over here. She has a lot of rings. She has this book that looks really dodgy. She has a lot of money. A fan. Guitar blade. Nicholas Maker, attorney. I'm assuming this is him. I would not have expected one of your family to treat a legal document in such a way. I am appalled. He has the ring with a ruby. 2 shillings. Reading of the last will and testament of Sebastian Cloudsley. Oh. They're trying to argue for, like, the belongings of the guy who just died. That's what's happening in this scene. Aphorisms by Sebastian Cloudsley. How to be happy. Eat a hearty meal. How to avoid being upset. Strive for that which holds meaning, and do not shirk from responsibility. Shrink. How to be inspired. Take a walk. How to avoid being scared. Feeling scared is a weakness. Be strong instead. He literally just said, how to avoid being scared. Skill issue. Just be strong. Oh, there's so many clues. Dear Willard Wright. Rose Kubert. They ripped up the documents. They ripped up Sebastian's will. Why would they do that? But who did? Dear Peter Batley, he have sent to you frequent reminders concerning the settlement of your debt, and yet, to date, the debt remains unpaid. We humbly request that you make your payment as soon as possible, or we will be forced to take the matter into our own hands. The debt currently stands at £255. Okay, but who ripped it up? Let's look at this over here. All right. So, this is the man who died. And these are the people that were potentially implicated in the will or could have had something to do with the will. That's a big debt. Gotta keep looking at these. I want you to put your sharp mind to better use than mere politics. Who? My late sister, I bequeath to you land I resolve to... Jeez, all of these are ripped up. It's hard to say. Fuck. We got all the clues. So much is happening here. Alright. We can see the will a bit more clearly this way. There's so much, we have so much to do here. There's so much to do here. I'm gonna try to figure out who these people are first. All right. So, I know that this guy is Edmund. Edmund Cloudsley. He was rich, and he was holding a paper that was addressed to Edmund Cloudsley. This lady is the only woman, so I'm assuming that she's Rose Kubert. This man over here is the lawyer in the building, so I'm assuming that he is Nicholas Maker. Shit. And everybody else. He's coming from the stables. Adam and James. Do I have an Adam and James here? I do, but is that Adam and James? I'm gonna try, Adam and James. I don't feel like he's Adam. The pair twins. Adam and James. Okay, no, he's not a twin. He's not a twin, so he can't possibly be Adam. Okay, but who are you? Who are you? Prepare the carriage for tomorrow. Okay, so that was his note from Edmund. So he's in charge of preparing the carriage. Shit. Who are you? How do I know who you are? I've seen their inventories. You have property of the Pear Brothers. You're one of the Pear Brothers. This guy's one of the Pear Brothers. A scorched horse brush and a scorched knife. They're both... These are the Pear Twins. Okay, these are the Pear Twins. Okay. But which one is Adam and which one is James? Shit. Shit. I'm gonna just fill it in. We're just gonna fill it in and maybe we can like brute force it. Let's just say that this is Adam and this is James. Neuron activation. Hold on. Oh, this one says A! And this one says J. Okay, so wait, no, that's right though. So this is still James and this is still Adam. Okay, I was just gonna brute force it. Okay. Then we have the rest of these guys here. Who could you be? Wait, okay, so this guy is obsessed with gambling. He has a lot of debt. That means that he is Peter Batley. This is Peter Batley. He has a gambling addiction. Okay. Peter Batley. And that means we only have 2 people left. I'm gonna look through the other names because I'm kind of blanking. Let's see. Willard Wright is an associate. I'm trying to think. There were two names left there. There was Willard Wright and who else was it? Willard Wright and which names haven't I used yet? David Gorin. Okay, so we have, I don't know, we need to decide who is Willard and who is David. This guy over here. He works for them. He works for the Cloudsleys. So let's see. Yeah, no, that would track. You have access to the... David isn't even here. Or no, David is... Yeah, no, David isn't even here. Willard Wright is an associate. So let's look at the 2 guys that we have left. Hold on. Hold on. He has the ring and the golden idol. I'm assuming only... He has the ring and the idol, meaning he likely took this from Sebastian Cloudsley, the guy who just died. And who would have access to Sebastian? Who would steal it? It would be the associate. So that would be Willard Wright. So that means that the guy who burnt this man alive with the idol, this is Willard Wright. And that would mean that this man over here is David Gorin. Yeah! Okay. Okay. I was really unsure about this guy because I couldn't find his name anywhere, so it was really a matter of that was the last name that was left. But now we have to figure out how the fuck all of this happened. And the will. She... There was a letter that said David Gorin was the new servant. I didn't even see that. Okay, my late sister, I'm assuming this is Rose Kubert, was it? Because she's that's the only woman. We met so rarely after you left for the colonies. Therefore, I bequeath you my savings and the house. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. Okay. Alright. I bequeath you the golden idol of Sinopolis. You will know what to do with it. Oh, maybe he didn't steal it. Maybe he just has it. Alright. There are only 4 people on here, and the only 4 that would be implicated in the will are over here. So we've got Rose and Willard crossed off, then we have Edmund and Peter Batley left. Okay. So, let's see. I want you to put your mind to better use than politics. I bequeath you my savings. Come home and establish a museum of my life and accomplishments. How did you guess Rose for the bottom left? Because that's the only woman. So my thought was like, this is the only female name. This is the only woman. So it's probably Wait, no, my late sister, your mother disclosed your financial troubles to me. Oh! No, I thought it was addressed to his late sister. Okay, let's put this away. Disclosed your financial troubles to me and resolved to help you. That would be Willard Wright, because that's the guy with a gambling addiction. I want you to put your mind to better use than politics. Who's a politician? Are you a politician? What are you? Edmund Cloudsley's speech stirs Parliament. Okay, Edmund is the politician. And that means this would be Rose Kubert. Over here. Fuck. Two or fewer slots are incorrect. Oh, I guessed Willard twice? Hold on. This was supposed to be... Willard has that. And then... Oh, sorry, I meant to say Peter Batley is the one with the financial troubles. Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize I put somebody's name twice. Peter Batley. There we go. Okay, that's good. And then... we need to fill this out. Okay. Was to receive in will Okay, so we know that it's Sebastian Cloudsley's will, so let's just fill that out already. Blank blank was blank to receive blank in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered blank blank and blank blank to take the blank from blank blank. Suddenly blank blank died from blank blank. Peter Batley, I bequeath to you a compilation of my aphorisms to provide the direction in your life which you so clearly lack. He would be salty. Peter Batley would be salty that all of these other people got like these amazing things. The golden idol, his research, his savings. But all he got was like a guidebook to unfuck his life. So I'm assuming Peter Batley was upset to receive aphorisms in Sebastian Cloudsley's will and ordered blank and blank. So this would be the Pear brothers. Adam Pear and James Pear to take the idol from Willard? Right. Suddenly, who's the one who died again? James. Okay, yeah. Suddenly, James Pear died from spontaneous combustion. Yay! Holy shit! We did that! Nice job! Oh, nice job, me. Chapter 2. Sheet. We're in chapter 2. Thank you for the gift subs, Asher. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you for the gift subs, Bobby Bumps. And thank you. I understand why you think that this is a good game for me, because I absolutely understand like the Obra Dinn vibes where you have to guess who the person that died is. You have to guess like how they died, that sort of thing. I get it. It's really fun. I like this a lot. It scratches the exact same itch. The Murder and the Little Mermaid, Chapter 2, The Cursed Inheritance. Okay. Why did that bugger give me a note when he knows damn well that I can't read? You can lie low for a couple days in the old oarsman's place down at the docks. A piece of bread. A rusty half of shears. Damn, he doesn't even have the whole thing, just the half. So that's the man outside there. What's this? An empty bed, not warm. A trapdoor in the ceiling. A painting, or like a glass plate with some flour on it. Door does not open. Oh. We are currently playing The Case of the Golden Idol, which is a murder investigation game. Revenge. RR is written in blood on the wall. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. Okay. The man is not breathing. A walking cane. A ring with a ruby. Trapdoor in the ceiling. To my dear Maurice. The watch is ticking. He just died. This man just died. And there's this box over here. What is in here? A music box? Dear proud beast master, I have attended our departed brother's send-off and accepted the keepsake that he bestowed upon our brotherhood in his will. I shall send this letter tomorrow, September 10th. I hope it will reach you without delay. Already it is midnight. I will retire to bed, for this has been a long day. May Griffin awaken, proud beast initiate. A washing bowl filled with slightly bloody water. Shoot. Thanks for the 9 months, Biffy. Thank you, thank you. Who's this? Alarm, alarm! A break-in! Watchman Henry Parker. This guy is a watchman. A break-in. Shards of glass lie in the mud. Did this guy break in? Who broke in? Who broke in? Huh. I will, yeah, you're right. I'll fill in the obvious ones right away. So this guy is Henry Parker. That's a good tip. All right, let's... Oops. Ring with a ruby. Revenge RR. Well, I don't have enough words to guess who any of these people are. So let's go downstairs because there are more clues there. Sorry. I got distracted. Be calm, John. He was a perfect gentleman. He bought me a drink and then retired upstairs. A hand of cards. To Annie! You are beautiful like a rose. For you I will take any blows. Annie, you are like a glass of wine. Your hair is very fine. I will find gold in a mine if that makes you forever mine. Your piglet full of love. Is this Dubriz chat? Why did he call himself a piglet though? This writing is fire? Okay, so before I investigate this further, let's just obviously point out that this is Annie. Annie something. 2 shillings, she has a key, and also a stiletto blade, which means she's likely rich, I would assume. I don't know if stiletto blades are just a kind of blade or if they're particularly expensive. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. AG. Annie. Annie. So G is probably her last name. JB. WWMEOB. These are initials for people's names, it seems. Just deal the next one, it's all luck anyway. So they're playing cards, he has some money over here. Remember, you are an agent of our trading company and have to reflect its values to the fullest. Okay. So he has instructions on how to be a good agent for this trading company. They all have keys and daggers and money on them. Who are you? Tell me, what does that man have that I lack? Oh, he's trying to woo Annie too. Be calm, John. Okay, so this is John. This man is John. So who are you? He has a small sword, a hand of cards, a key, and he doesn't have a ton of money. Oh, mother, forgive me. I will never gamble with anything so dear ever again. So this man's just playing the fiddle. He has a folding blade, a key of his own, and a violin. I'm assuming they all have keys because they have keys to, like, the rooms and they're in. Who are you?
Where did that blasted boy go? I really need a piss.
Dear Oscar Boyton. Okay, so we know his name is Oscar Boyton. Let's just fill that in. Right there. Okay. It has come to our attention that the good owner of the Little Mermaid offers services to those who want to transfer products that are less agreeable to authorities. Okay. So, he accepts bribes. He has all the keys. This is the tab. Green, Bridge, Blair. Oh, this is a receipt or something. This is like their... These sound like last names. Green, Bridge, Blair. Green, Bridge, Blair? Okay. So I know her name is Annie Green now, because she has... It's AG. Annie Green. Alright. Bridge and Blair. At the Little Mermaid Inn, Amazing Evans musical performance. So your last name is Evans, but what is your first name? Okay. Wanted, Robert Redruth, escaped convict. Reward 58 pounds. Wait, escaped convict, he looks a little messy. Is he? Oh, that's him. Okay. So we figured out his identity. This is Robert Redruth. Okay. Who is this? He looks kind of familiar. This man over here, he looks a little familiar. What's this? Okay. We have a few clues that we haven't seen yet. Willard Wright. Ash Blair. Dandelion room for Willard Knight. Forget-me-not room Ash Blair. He has the ring. This is Willard. This is Willard. He's dead. He's dead. This is the man who was bequeathed the golden idol. He's dead. Somebody took the golden idol. It could have been him. It could have been this man over here. No. But the golden idol is gone. Who has it? Revenge, Robert Red. It's him. He took the golden idol or something. He killed Willard out of revenge. Oh shit. The music suddenly swelled like just like that. Shit. Oh, we can fill this out, Willard. M-E? Hold on, M-E. Hold on, M-E. Which initials are that? Evans. So his name is Maurice Evans. Maurice Evans. How the fuck do I guess what their last names are, though? Because, like, they're both B on here. They're both B's. How did you figure out she was Annie B and not Annie G? How did you figure out she was Annie G and not Annie B? Because I didn't even see that she's Annie. I didn't even see the AB over here. Fuck! What if she isn't Annie Green? What are you? What are you? Fuck! I don't even know she's Annie Green. Oh. I thought my theory was flawless. Because I only saw the AG, I didn't see the AB. Oh no, how do I know who you are? Hold on. I'm assuming... Okay. Well, I figured out the murder, but I also want to figure out... I want to get the optional stuff, too, because I'm on a roll right now. She. Hold on, wait. Hold on. We have two A names. We have Ash, and we have Green. We have Ash, and we have Annie. We know that she's Annie. Annie Green. There's 2 Ash Breach. That sounds Ash Blair. Count how many coins they have. 230124. Two, 4. No, it's -2, -4. But, oh, -2, -4 to her. Just deal the next one. It's all luck anyway. 3, 2. Oh, it's their debt. So this is... I think this is Annie Green still. This guy's probably Ash Blair. Because of the money that... It's based on the money that they have. And this guy is John... What's the last B name that we have left? Breach. Yeah! Thanks for telling me to check their money. That was kind of difficult. We got it! Okay, so now we can fill this out pretty easy. Annie Green. John Breach. Oscar... That's the only O that we have. Oscar Boyton. Boyton, that was the man who owns the inn. And then Annie Green again. And then this would be J.B. John Breach. And this would be Ash Blair. Okay. Okay, so... Let's fill out the actual death, shall we? So what happened was Robert Redruth got into Willard Wright's room through the window while Annie Green and John Breach. I'm just gonna go in order of how they're sitting. John Breach and Ash Blair were playing cards without music. A fight ensued upstairs and Willard Wright got stabbed with a... He had half a thing of shears. No. Shit. Not filled in correctly. What weapon did he have? But he has a half a thing of shears. Was he stabbed with a shard of glass? Any object can be a weapon. Shit, I was so confident about that too. There was no blood on the shears. Wait! Who else booked this room? It was empty. Ash Blair! With us! It was him! Ash Blair murdered him with a... He never got into his room. And but the dagger is completely clean. But it's clean because he cleaned it in the washing bowl. And he only just came downstairs because his name just appeared on the game list. But why would Ash Blair kill him? That's weird. Okay, so Robert Redruth didn't have anything to do with it. It was Ash Blair who got into the window. A fight ensued and he got stabbed with a dagger. Nani? Oh wait, no, because Ash Blair would... I filled the names out wrong. It would have been... John Boyton would have been playing with him. Through the... Not the window. Maybe he broke in through the, like he broke out through the window. Because he had to have opened the... Then he would have had to go through the... trapdoor? Oh wait, no, it's not John Boyton. His name is Oscar Boyton. My bad. I forgot the innkeeper's names. Okay, there we go. Okay, so what happened was Ash Blair got into Willard Wright's room through the trapdoor while Annie Green and John Breach and Oscar Boyton, the innkeeper, were playing cards with loud music so they wouldn't have been able to hear it. A fight ensued upstairs and Willard Wright got stabbed with a dagger. Okay. So, this guy killed him. And look at him with a smug-ass grin. This guy was just a red herring. This looks... The rust on the shears looks suspiciously like blood. But it wasn't him. It wouldn't have been him. That's fucked up. Okay. Chapter 5. The intoxicating dinner party. I'm like invested. What the fuck? I'm invested. Ash Blair wasn't even his real name? Oh my god, Allie, how did you not know that the obvious bad guy wasn't gonna be the killer? Because I'm the kind of person where when I consume any kind of media, I fall for red herrings all the time. I'm stupid. I'm a stupid, stupid girl. I'm a stupid, stupid girl. Okay, let's see this. An expensive cigar. Why does a kid have a cigar? Little Pip. Run to the city and grab me some Ash Blair tobacco. Oh! He went by the name of the tobacco brand. It's a pseudonym. It's like saying your name is Calvin Klein. It's like saying your name is Calvin Klein. Tobacco? I don't know. English is my first language, okay? An overcoat and a hat. An overcoat and a hat. A box of cigars. Dear Miss Richards, I enjoyed your company tremendously when I visited your father last month. I am certain that you would wish to hear the rest of my thoughts on the shortcomings of our society. I invite you and your father to dinner on April 8th at my manor. Sincerely, Edmund Cloudsley. That's the rich brother. Here, Mary. Here is something for your diary from me. For you, I would fight a tiger and win. Peter Badley. Aww. That's cute. Whose house is this? Whoa. A syringe with some liquid left in it. Just in this statue for some reason. They're having a little party over here. This clue has been added to the thinking panel. A salad? A glass of cloudy liquid? Oh, so we're gonna have to guess whose plate is whose. A partially empty glass of liquid. Red liquid. Roast. Salad. Red liquid. Salad. Cigar. Roast. Amber liquid. Red liquid. Okay. Alright. This is horrible. This is horrible. Oh my. An embroidered handkerchief. It's poison. Nobody touch a thing and nobody move. I'll send for the doctor right away. Oh. Rose Kubert is the one who died. She was poisoned by something. Likely by the syringe that we found in the statue. She does seem rather unwell. It seems extremely upsetting. Key. Embroidered handkerchief. Key. You killed my aunt, you devil! I should execute you on the spot! Oh my lord, this has nothing to do with me! Ensure that the beautiful lady sits next to me during dinner and I will slip you a shilling. Peter! Peter wanted the beautiful lady to sit next to him during dinner, but the beautiful lady that he was trying to woo, her name is Mary. I know that because in one of their coats, he wrote her a letter that says, I would fight a tiger for you and win. Her last name would be Richards, so I'm assuming this is Mary Richards. This guy over here said his aunt was killed. So this would be, well, I know who it is, but I don't have the option to select her name yet. Peter Batley. This would be Peter Batley because he was referring to his aunt, and I remember the family tree from earlier tied them together. Okay. Water, roast, salad, brandy, wine, a carafe of yellow liquid. Is this live? No, why would this be live? Oh my god. It looks like piss, okay? I'm sorry. It looks like piss. Peptic tonic. They both have keys, a shilling. Note to self, if you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. What does that even mean? If you get frustrated when working, remember the tale about the rich lord who married his donkey and you will feel better. What? Why? That doesn't make any sense. Let's check this remote. The golden idol. Bunch of letters. Well, well, Edmund. You seemed pretty pleased after the old boy passed away and a spot freed up for you in the House of Lords. Take care of those with whom you ally. I have many friends and will deal with you swiftly if you dare cross me. Lord George Bridges. The revolution will come for the likes of you, you crooked bastard. Soon you will pay for your sins against honest common folk with your blood! Edmund Cloudsley, once more you have failed to answer our requisition. This is the last warning you will receive. Your transgressions against us demand amends. The only course of action you have is to surrender yourself to justice. Last chance for repentance, serpent, or we will unleash one of our stewards upon you. So there's like a political group conspiring against Edmund Cloudsley. And they're called the Brotherhood of Masks. Okay. Dear Uncle, I hear you are interested in Lady Richards. I think you're too old for her. I will court her instead. Secondly, please lend me 300 pounds. It is a small change to you and I am desperately in need of it at the moment. Truly yours, Peter Batley. Hey, Uncle. You are quite literally an unk. You should not be trying to court my hoe. Instead, you should give me some of your money. Thank you, Peter Batley. I'm taking your girl. Also, can I have some of your money? It's just so stupid. More letters. Dear Edmund, this cannot continue. Since my return and move to Sebastian's Manor, he has asked me for financial support 7 times. He's clearly unable to take any monetary responsibility. Dear Edmund, I like your idea. Let's send him to colonies where his violent nature will make him feel at home. They were gonna send their nephew to a colony. Like, just to get rid of him. We can beguile him with tales of adventure so we can ship him away. That's so fucked up. Miss Baker, housemaid. Yearly wage £9. Peptic tonic. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol for the next month. Also, consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. You're loving the voice actress narration. It's a fun game! I'm having a lot of fun, I'm sorry. Such trivial ciphers as reading only the first word of every line are easy to produce on short notice, but extremely unsafe and easy to decode. Consider this simple example. Money as a denominator of value has changed and evolved a lot. Still in savvy hands, it is a powerful tool. Demominum. Door is locked. This is the housemaid's quarters. There's so many clues. These doors are locked. Shillings and a penny. I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. EC. A knife. Remember to take the 4th one from every row. A pair of twig dolls and a bottle of pink liquid. Partially empty. Yeah, you know, that's just some stuff that I have in my bag. Just a bunch of dolls and some really dodgy pink liquid. No big deal. All in a day's work. I'm assuming EC stands for Edmund Cloudsley. Once your target has ingested the love potion, establish eye contact and hold it for as long as possible. In most cases, the effects will be felt within 2 days, depending on your own appearances. Okay, so whichever maid has this is into some weird voodoo shit and was trying to, give the love potion to somebody. Audio idea. Mattress. Monkey Man versus Striped Dark Hand. Couple of pennies, a fancy handkerchief, and a shiny pocket watch. A small bottle filled with amber liquid. A mallet. And a key. Oh no, these are two. These are both keys. Wine. Brandy. Mrs. Smith. 2 eggs and a pot of tea each breakfast. No heavy food for dinner. You are responsible for little Pip doing all his errands. Mr. Walker. I am to be woken up and dressed at 7 a.m. I expect to receive my daily newspaper by noon. Mrs. Baker. I expect all my rooms to be cleaned every day. Twice on the days that I have visitors. NB. David Gorin's job requires that he may arrive or leave during night. No complaining about this. To Mrs. Smith for 3 years of service. Okay. course I can give you some candles for your room, Lucia. I assume you are itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. I know you want a goon in your room, Lucia. Let me give you some candles to help out with that. This is a real one. This is Bestie right here. Lucia is reading smut. Dear Ada, I have to use this letter to share good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. Therefore, the judge has decided to remove all accusations and you will no longer be a target of baseless gossip. Okay, so this is Ada. This is Lucia. Okay. I threw it out. I don't read such dirty literature anymore. Liar! She's lying. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. The dinner party will take place on April 8th. Prepare roasted boar. Young Miss Richards appear not to enjoy meat, therefore prepare some alternative side dish. Okay, so this is Lucia. This is Lucia, this is Ada. This is Ada. This is Lucia. Baker. She cleans. Okay, so this one is Ada Baker. And this one is Smith. Lucia Smith. She's the one who prepares the meals. You're Lucia Smith, and you are Ada Baker. You are Little Pip. Because you're the only kid. This is Rose Cubert, as we know from the previous chapters. Who the fuck are these people? We'll find out. Bread, potatoes, flour, water, big hunk of meat, vegetables, lemons. Okay. Door's locked. Stack of candles. Dear Diary, this has been an ordinary day mostly spent in preparation of tomorrow's dinner. I believe it has come time to ask for a raise in salary after all these years I have loyally worked here. It's a difficult conversation, but I will strengthen my will and talk to Master about it tomorrow. Down with the parasites. Too long they have feasted on our blood and sweat. Oh. So whoever was the maid that was working here the longest was starting to feel a little annoyed at her master. Thinks they're a parasite. Damn straight. Okay. Very interesting. Ash Blair. A knife. A pistol. David, clean up the barn until Wednesday. I plan to continue experimenting with the artifact. David Walker. Who is David Walker? Would it be him? This must be David Walker. Because this is, like, everybody was blaming him for Rose Cubert dying, and he said, nah, I didn't have anything to do with that. This room belongs to David. There's only one guy over here. His last name must be Walker. David Walker. Yes. We know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I'm just joking. I don't know. But I know that his last name is Walker. But it says David over here. Who's David? There's so many rooms. Oh my god. Wait, there's another clue that I haven't gotten. There we go. There's one clue that I don't have. Oh, here. Somebody was smuggling keys out. Someone was smuggling keys out the window through his bag thing. Okay. Okay. All right. How do I figure out the names of these? Well, this is Edmund. This is Edmund. I know that. Shit. Shit. I haven't solved the murder yet. This is hard. This got a lot harder. Shit. Shit. Hold on. There were a bunch of letters. You're having dinner with Mary and her well-to-do father, Lothar. Okay, so this is Lothar. That's her father, I think. Lothar Richards. And that would mean that this is... What is your name? What is your name? There's something. I do hope our master's guests are satisfied and that Brian served everything as instructed. This is Brian. This is the guy who served the food. Your name is Brian. Okay. Okay, we got the names of everybody. And now we need to remember who was served what. Okay, so what I do know is that Mary Richards, I read a note that said Mary Richards is not allowed to have meat. But, oh my god, this is hard. These are optional, though. These are optional. These are optional. We do have the clues, though. Oh wait, these are how we guess. I'm assuming these are the beds, the layout of the house. Okay, so let's go back there. Love potion. A stack of candles. Okay, so the candles would have been the... I can give you some candles for your room. I'm assuming you're itching to continue reading that scandalous novel. This is Ada. She was gonna give her the candles in her room, so this is Ada's room. Okay. Ada Baker was her name, I believe. And then the woman who rooms on the top, below bunk. That would be... I will not change the rule that the staff member who has worked here the longest gets the bottom room. Do not bother me with such nonsense again. This would be Lucia's room. Okay. Lucia Smith was her name. This would be little Pip's room, because he's kind of just chilling. Okay. Or sorry, this would be... Okay. Stack of candles. Wait, shit, if this has a stack of candles... No, because... I would assume it would be like women room together and men room together. It's probably gonna be like that. Ash Blair, set of lockpicks, a dagger. David. This is David's room. David... I remember his name. It was David... Gorin. I remember that from a previous chapter. That would have been David Gorin. And then... that would leave one guy. The servant, the other servant in the room, Brian Walker. Okay, we got that. Do I want to guess who had what food? I kind of want to skip this one because this one seems kind of hard. I think I'm gonna skip this one. It's a little hard. It's a little hard. I don't know if I want to put myself through that. I want to guess who died and how they died. I don't know if I want to guess the food. That seems a little much for me. I'd have to go through so many clues. I'll do the main mystery. Okay, so what was the name of that evil? There was an evil organization that wanted Edmund dead. Final Vanguard? How is the poison delivered? Probably through the spindle. The spindle bag thing over here. I know who died, so it says here, at the dinner party, blank blank ingested the poison and died. We saw that it was Rose Kubert. So Rose Kubert died. But I know that the evil organization wanted Edmund dead, and therefore somebody poisoned the blank and hid the necessary key in a blank. It would have been whoever had this. One of them had a book that was literally like down with the evil. Yeah, this one. So it would have been whoever bunks here. That would be no. Wait, maybe. Brian Walker poisoned. Would be Brian Walker who poisoned the... She drank something. So it would have been Brian Walker poisoned the... Shit. There's a lot of different things that she could have drank. I'm missing something. Fuck! Fuck! How do I figure out what she drank? How do I figure anything out? I like how probably everybody's confused along with me. I think everybody's confused. You might want to figure out the table puzzle. Fine. I don't want to have to. Yeah, I'm gone. Shit's so confusing. Yeah, I'm sorry. I really like puzzle games, but I realize they might not be the best to stream because they're confusing. And I'm not the best at explaining things. I kind of just go with what my brain says. I will keep that in mind for the future. I'm sorry. Wait, hold on. Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol. Consider a glass of peptic tonic before eating to avoid upsetting your digestive system. Who is that? Due to the sensitivity of your stomach, I advise abstaining from alcohol. Consider a glass of peptic tonic. Well, they wouldn't include this clue unless it was important. That's the only drink that we see mentioned in any kind of significance. So I'm assuming that somebody poisoned her tonic and hid the necessary key in a bag, as we saw, because there was this over here. If we go down, we see that somebody tried hiding the keys to something in this bag. Okay. Who wanted Edmund Cloudsley dead? Our stewards. Our stewards. Okay. So the stewards wanted him dead. Okay. Amber liquid. There's this big old... I remember that there was this really suspicious kind of bedroll here with a bunch of suspicious items. Monkey hand versus the striped dark hand. Dark hand. It wasn't the Vanguard who wanted it. It was the Dark Hand Steward who wanted him dead. 2 or fewer slots are incorrect. I think I'm the least confident about Brian Walker being the one who poisoned her. Because this guy over here, he's like, this has nothing to do with me. Like, he seems very, very convinced that he's in the right here. I'm assuming that he didn't have anything to do with this. So I'm gonna take him completely out of the equation. But the thing is, the reason I thought it was Brian Walker who killed her is because underneath his bed, as we see, this is his bed, he has this whole thing down with the parasites. Too long have they feasted on our blood and sweat. That's a good point, chat. There was that really weird book with the red text that I haven't really seriously considered yet. There's this weird red book, Money Has Changed Hands. So it means even though this is, I'm assuming even though this is in his room, it doesn't necessarily mean that Brian Walker killed him. Just because he hates the rich doesn't mean he would go so far as to kill them. Who got the money? It had to have been one of the servants that killed her because the key and all the poison stuff was being transported via bag over here. But it was going all the way to the top room. It was Ada Baker. And Ada Baker was the one who was here the longest. She has a grudge. She wants to get a raise, but she hasn't. Wait, she has money in her. Wait, no, all of them have money. Never mind. But I think it was Ada because if you look at the bag, it goes all the way to the top and stops at her room. Remember to take the 4th one from every row? I don't know what that refers to. Ada's holding a letter addressed to her. I have to share this good news. There is no substance to the claims that your late husband used his position to squander church money. This was a code! This was a code! This was a code letter from the Dark Hand Steward telling her, okay, it's time to kill. Because they were talking about money. I'm just gonna guess Ada Baker poisoned the tonic. Ada Baker received in-code instructions from Darkhand Steward to poison Edmund Cloudsley. She used her ability to move freely in the rooms while cleaning and made a copy of the medicine cabinet key. She used a syringe to poison a sealed peptic tonic bottle. However, during the party, Rose asked for tonic and drank it first and died from the poison. Go back to her letter and read the fourth word of every row. It's cool. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Use substance to remove target. Sincerely, Dark Hand Steward. That's so cool! I assumed it was the Dark Hand Steward because of this really weird theory that I had. Because there was this book over here where it was literally like Monkey Man versus Dark Hand. Like, Monkey Man is kind of the symbol that they've been using to refer to. Like, I thought this was in reference to the Dark Hand. I used the Dark Hand Steward reference from this. Not from her letter. Okay, let's continue on. You want me to guess whose food is whose? I would, but it seems really difficult. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like if I try to guess that, I will stay here all night. I'm not sure. It doesn't really get you anything because you already solved it. It would be fun, but I feel like I already solved the other optional puzzles, so I'm gonna... It seems a little difficult. I'll try to move to the next scenario. Let's see. The Cursed Inheritance, the explosive events in the forest cabin. I bet that chapter really tripped up a lot of people. 'Cause that was really hard. Do these just keep getting harder? Jesus. Burkham Workhouse is written on the cart. Henchman for hire in the Timberbrook region. Billy Cracker. Oakwood Gang Brawler, Robber. Hardy Abe. Workhouse Brawler has a cart. I like how everybody has like a code name and it's just Billy Cracker. Little Billy. Hobbs Gang Burglar enters through chimneys. Jack Nails. Timberbrook Inn Burglar, Picklock. Henchman for hire. A box of confectionery. And this collection of hats. Well, let's go in. Oh, shit. Somebody died. The man is breathing but appears to have lost consciousness. Oh, wait, we've seen this man before. We've seen him before. We've seen this man before. From a previous... We've seen him twice. Mentioned twice. We know this man. The blonde guy. Is he David? This is David. The murderer from the inn, Ash Blair, is David. Oh, no, it's Ash? No, but Ash was a code name. Ash was a code name, so we know that this is Ash. He's the guy from the inn. But that was just a code name. Because in the previous chapter, we learned that the guy who was doing all the murder stuff, his name was David Gorin. So that means that this Ash Blair is David Gorin. Okay. I do not care what means you use to acquire what I need, but remember to be discreet always. Note that I do not want it to be decayed. The more recently it has died, the better. What is he referring to? Yeah, because, like, this guy's appeared in several chapters. In the first chapter that we saw him, he was referred to as David Gorin. And then, in the second chapter, he referred to himself as Ash Blair. Okay. One of these old workhouse geezers croaked yesterday. I will arrange for a cart to move the corpse if you send me directions. And be quick before they bury him. I do not want to dig up that stiff. A key, 5 shillings, 3 pence, a loaded pistol, a scarecrow in a wooden coffin. Oh, he croaked, but why did he die? Some kind of blunt force trauma or something? But is it the same person or a reused sprite? Based on the production value of this, they wouldn't deliberately use another person's sprite. Like, the whole point of the game is to put a story together. So using the same sprite as somebody that's already appeared would be really bad game design. So it has to be the same person. Otherwise, this game is that's not good, because the whole point of the game is like being able to identify bodies and stuff. So it has to be a recurring character. This is not a reused sprite. Gentleman robber strikes in Westbrook. Ah, by the gods, what's that? The famous gentleman robber Walter Keene, with a number of unnamed associates, held up a coach on the southern road leading out of Westbrook. The scoundrel robbed the passengers of all their valuables, kissed a young lady, and then left. Damn. Damn. Is this Riz chat? A gentleman robber. You know, he's dressed all dapper. He killed everybody around you, but he seems to, like, he spares you because he's like, hello. And then, questionable Riz, but would it work on me? Audio idea. I've been thinking about that. I really want to make an audio roleplay where it's like an investigator falls for their criminal and you're the criminal. Like the speaker, the listener, the guy listener is the criminal. And I'm the investigator. That could be really, really hot. Anyway, that's not for right now. Gentleman robber. Why is she holding this? Go, Coin, go! This is Little Pip from the previous chapter. Coin? Oh, he's cheering on the dog. I'm assuming the dog's name is Coin. Wait, no, the dog has a last name? What? The dog has a last name? Everyone, you are not to visit any village or city without permission. At no point may you disclose the location of the cabin. Okay, so the people living at the mansion, at Edmund Cloudsley's mansion, caught on to the fact that they were being targeted, and so they moved into a cabin in the woods. Okay. Golden Doubloon. Oh, wait! Coin is a nickname. So this is Golden Doubloon. That's what his name is. Golden Doubloon. Okay. This is Little Pip, as we know. Alright. Miss Lucia Smith. You will taste any food you cook before it is presented to me. Damn. For poison. That's fucked up. Imagine working a job in like the 18th century and you're just like the designated poison checker. That's effed up. I know that that's a thing, but that's still effed up. David Gorin, you're in charge of all security and arms. So we know that this is David Gorin. We know that this is David Gorin. He's appeared in several chapters so far. His sprite is pretty unmistakable. Let's investigate this gentleman robber. Oh, he has a ring. He has that ring with a ruby. He has confectionery, which means that he came in from this carriage because it has a box of confectionery over there. He has a gun and a sword. Okay. Let's move to the next room. Hi, Adagio. Is this a scary game? It's not a scary game, but it is a murder mystery type of game. So there will be, like, slight depictions of blood and stuff. Huh. Is that a... What is that? What is that? I don't know. Oh, this guy over here, he has a club. Alright. Oh! Oh! They forced the door open! There was like a... They tried to panel it shut, but they forced the door open. And what's happening over here? Why is he just in the air? I finally have the location of my target. Meet us on November 10th, Friday, in the Timberbrook Inn, and bring all your tools. You will get your share as we agreed. WK. A shard of vase. The golden idol. A small weight is tied to a pull-down lever at the back of the idol. A rotten apple and a green apple. And a guy just hiding in... Wait, is this supposed to be... Is this supposed to be, Edmund Cloudsley? He's just bald and... Why does he kind of look like, what's his name? What's his name? The Playboy guy? Hugh Hefner. He kind of looks like Hugh Hefner. Why is he just... He has a loaded pistol. He's just hiding. Damn, he got a whole book full of clues. Okay. This simply did not work. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Okay, so he is messing with that golden idol. And the symbols behind it. Okay, so I need to guess what each symbol does. After I aimed at the sealed vessel and activated the idol, both air and vessel disappeared. Vacuum version 1. Vacuum version 2. Attempted with this input and it was a definite improvement. It decreased the amount of air, but curiously did not create a complete vacuum in the sealed vessel. Gold filtering. The target must contain some gold for this to work. Seawater is a suitable target, for example. However, a great deal of seawater would be required for this to yield any significant amount. Perhaps I should try it on a ship in an open sea. Okay. If the implications of this are what I surmise, this could be a tremendous discovery. The next step is to progress from fruit to some kind of advanced organic matter. I must ask David to fetch me a dead body for further experiments. This is vitally urgent. Unknown. This is so... Shit, this is so confusing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm so sorry. I know this game is confusing. I'm just trying to figure everything out. Okay. Spontaneous combustion. You cannot combust the target if you have not performed the freezing beforehand. Interesting. The speed at which heat is increased appears to be influenced by how strongly I press the trigger and how long I performed before it. Freezing the target rapidly creates curious side effects. For instance, I should be careful when freezing water in a sealed bottle. It exploded and the glass shards flew everywhere. Okay. He was trying to do different things with the idol, so what we've established so far is the idol can be used to perform certain magic tricks. Okay. He has this on his hand. Scissors. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna fill out the names first. Edmund Cloudsley. Then we can probably figure out more of the names from this. Because these are the bandits that wrote in. And they have certain items on them that decry their specialties. Okay, so let's see. Jack Nails, picklock. Little Billy enters through chimneys. Billy Cracker, robber. Hardy Abe has a cart. Alright. We do remember Eddie Cloudsley. He's been here from the start. So greedy for attention, he keeps appearing in every chapter. Okay, let's see. The Gentleman Robber is what his name is. I'm assuming that he's none of these guys. I'm assuming that he hired these guys. He's not gonna be any of those. None of these descriptions over here match him. Okay. He also has a note from WK. So this guy's probably WK. This guy is one of the robbers. He has instructions from a WK. And this guy's clearly the leader. This is WK, this is Walter Keane. Okay. But who are these two robbers? Let me investigate what they have on them so I can see. This guy has a club. This guy has a saw, lockpicks, and a loaded pistol. Okay, let's see. Okay. Has a cart. Workhouse. Hardy Abe. Does this look like a Hardy Abe to you? That looks like a Hardy Abe to me. Okay, so that's Hardy Abe. And then this guy has lockpicks on him. So I'm assuming that he is Jack Nails. What a name. You are Jack Nails. Awesome, we got it. Alrighty. I'm not gonna lie, I love mystery games, but I always feel guilty streaming them because I'm not used to explaining my line of reasoning, and I know that people don't really like watching me play them. I always feel really bad. Like, I notice that people are kind of like, it's for a very niche audience. I don't know if people really like watching me play these, because it does get really confusing. I'm not sure. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. I'm trying my best to explain it, but sometimes I'm not very good, so I just want to make sure that, like, I'm explaining it the right ways. Okay, I'm gonna try to go for the golden idol next. I'm gonna try and guess what each of these do. Because that's interesting to me. Let me see. I've been apologizing a lot lately. I don't know. I haven't been feeling as good about my streams lately. Air and vessel disappeared. Okay. Shit, I have no idea how to even begin to fill this out. I'm not gonna lie. This is kind of confusing. This is kind of confusing. I have no idea how to even begin this. Cause none of these, I need to fill these out based on the keywords. But like, what the fuck do I do? My streams have been great. I don't know. I've been feeling kind of washed. I'm not gonna lie. I've been feeling kind of washed. Let's see. Increased. Decreased. Clubbed, stabbed, shot. Corpse, coffin, vase, air, gold. Gold filtering. Okay, so whatever this symbol is, it's gold. This is gold. This symbol over here. This symbol over here. That would be matter. This one does something to do with has something to do with manipulating matter. This symbol over here. Spontaneous combustion. So that would be heat. Okay. Vacuum. This symbol over here matches this symbol over here. Decreased. This symbol over here matches this symbol. My theory is kind of fucked up because this symbol over here is also appearing. What the fuck? Okay, wait, hold on. Both these symbols over here. Oh, I get it. He was trying to play with the... He's trying to play with the buttons to combine them to see what happens if you combine certain symbols. This didn't work. This is a red herring. Because he tried combining this with the organic matter symbol and it didn't work. Okay, so this one over here, this one did end up working. It decreased the amount of air. So this symbol over here is responsible for... decreased. And that means that this would be air. I'm so confused, but I'm gonna assume that I'm doing this right. And then if this is decreased, then this is probably increased? Okay. Sure. And the idol is currently... Where the fuck is the idol? Who has the idol again? Who has the idol? Who has the idol? Oh, it's midair. Right. Shit. Oh, this increases the air. It literally Oh, okay. So I could have used this to deduce what these symbols do. Okay. I didn't explain that very well, but I should probably try and guess how this murder even happened to begin with. Okay, so... Blank blank along with accomplices, so that would be Walter Keane. Because that's the gentleman robber who infiltrated the cabin. So Walter Keane, along with his accomplices, delivered a blank. Hold on. Edmund was trying to mess with the idol, and in his book, in his little diary thing, he mentions that he needs a corpse to use this effect. They don't even tell us what effect it is. All they say is that he needs a body. So I'm assuming what this is Edmund Cloudsley needed a corpse. Or like a dead body. I could have sworn I had corpse. Where is corpse? Oh, there it is, corpse. So Walter Keane, along with accomplices, delivered a... They delivered a... Oh, they had a coffin! He's lying in a coffin! They needed a corpse, so they delivered a coffin. And upon entering, blank, blank, suddenly blank. Well, we need to figure out. Okay, so David Gorin, he has some kind of thing in his head. Usually if they have blood on their head, it's usually because they had some kind of blunt, like, trauma. And one of these guys has a club. He has a club. So I'm assuming this guy, his name is Hardy Abe. He clubbed David Gorin. Okay. So upon entering, Hardy Abe suddenly clubbed... He suddenly clubbed David Gorin. Meanwhile, Edmund Cloudsley, like he hid or something. Wait, no, he increased the air in the vase. That's what he did. He increased the air in the vase. And then when blank and blank entered the room, the blank and blank killed them both. Oh, wait, they died too, I'm assuming. The vase killed them both. Or like the air. The air exploded and killed them both. Yeah, the air exploded and killed them both. So that would be Jack Nails. What was the names of the robbers were Jack Nails and Hardy Abe, and it killed them both. Okay, maybe the air didn't explode. The vase exploded. The vase exploded and killed them both. Okay! Alright. Sorry, I was like, the air exploded. To gain entrance into Edmund Cloudsley's secret forest cabin, the gentleman robber Walter Keane pretended to deliver a corpse to Edmund for his experiments. Once he entered the cabin, the robbers ambushed the servants and Edmund locked himself in his study. While the robbers were sawing through the lock, Edmund prepared a trap with the idol that killed 2 of the intruders. Like, honestly, I like this one a lot. Because we're finally learning exactly how the idol works. And I had a feeling, like as soon as I saw what he was lying in, and I saw the scarecrow, I was like, okay, this guy needs a corpse, so he hired a bunch of evil goons to get him a corpse, but they tricked him because they were probably paid off by some other guys who paid them more money or something to kill Edmund. So they kind of had this coffin with the body as like a decoy, but the body was actually a scarecrow and... Oh my god! Oh my god! This is fucking intense. I'm gonna nut. The mystery. This is insane. Like... Everything keeps getting more and more interesting. Like, what is the deal with this golden idol? Who gave it to them? Well, like, I know how they got it, but like, do I? And also, like, to what extent does it go? Like, what is the golden idol? Like, why is it everywhere? It's clearly magic. It clearly does magic things, but like... Okay. All right. My brain is exploding right now. My brain is fucking exploding right now. This is fun. My brain is exploding right now, dude. This is crazy. Thank you for recommending this game. I'm gonna take like a brief break to drink some water because my brain is overheating right now. But I feel like I gained 20 IQ just playing this. Am I doing a good job? Am I slow at all? I feel like I'm doing this pretty well, but I have no idea. Am I doing this right? Am I doing this well? I don't know. Like whenever I play mystery games, I'm always so self-conscious of like explaining my thinking process. So I'm always just like, am I just sounding like a crazy person right now? You know what I mean? I don't know. Cause this is like, I live for this. I'm living for this. Police should let you look at cold cases. Okay, alright. Cause I think what helps is like, I'm really freaky. And I don't really like cemeteries like all that much anymore. But when I was younger, I had a weird fascination with them. So I got really good at remembering names specifically. Like, I have bad memory, but when it comes to names, I'm really good at remembering, like, names and stuff. So when it comes to games like this, I'm pretty decent at remembering, like, names and putting them to faces and stuff, I'd like to think. That's why I keep thinking, like, you know, oh, I've seen you before, I know who you are. Do I remember license plates? I'm not a license plate kind of girl, but I am like a cemetery tombstone name kind of girl. Yeah. Do you get that? Like, do you have something that you're really good at memorizing for whatever reason? Just practice. Okay. I've hydrated. I think I can do another one. I'll do another one, and I'm assuming... Okay. There's 1, 2, 3. How many more chapters are there? You have to mention. Oh no. Sorry to hear about that. How many chapters are there? I'm halfway through? Damn! Wait, we're going faster than I thought we would. God damn. God damn. Okay. Well, let's continue. We're zooming! The strange practices of a secretive society. Trails. Footsteps. A guy bound in the grass. David. The gathering will be on March 14. To follow our plan, we should be there at least 2 hours before midnight. The target will arrive in full costume. Grab rope and weapons. This is Walter Keane. He has the pistol. He has Ash Blair. For David Gorin. To David Gorin for reliable service from EC. But this isn't David Gorin. He died in the previous chapter. Why does he have David Gorin's items? Why does he have his stuff? A pistol, paper, a sword, a coat. David Gorin didn't die, he survived. He was just unconscious. Okay. This guy is like bound and naked, and he has a tattoo with a hand and an eye on his back. More trails. More trails. We're entering the secret lair. Okay. Dark hands, proud beasts, water snakes. I'm assuming these are like different secret organizations or clans or something. Illuminated masters, I object to the admittance of the individual Lazarus Hurst to our brethren. I submit that our dark-hand brother Walter Keane, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted, because he is a liar and a thief. I am certain that on dispatching our enemy, he kept the golden fire-breathing relic for himself. Nothing will move me on this. He must produce the relic, apologize personally, and afterwards be expelled from our brotherhood. So Walter Keene wanted to steal the idol for himself. I guess it's true what they say, that I forgot what they say. It's something, there's no blank between thieves. There's no loyalty. There's no, what do they say? There's no, I forgot. Honor between, amongst thieves. Oopsie. I promise I'm smart. Okay. Alright, so this is a letter from Walter Keene. Said he is forced to go into hiding. He was trying to give a report to his masters that he found the fire-breathing relic. I must apologize 1,000 times for my absence, but... So he has a bunch of... This is vouching for Lazarus, a young resourceful gentleman who he met in a remote manor one dark winter's night. Okay. Master, steward, initiate. Okay, so they have this many eye tattoos depending on their rank. This guy out here must be an initiate because he only had one eye tattoo on him. Okay. These are a bunch of guys in creepy masks. Let's figure out what their deal is. Okay. Done when an accuser has challenged a defender. Both drinkers must be barefoot. The substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including deadly poison. Add substance to one of the cups. The defender chooses first. Accuser chooses the remaining, and then both partake in the wine. I don't really understand what it is with wine as like a binding kind of I've noticed that wine is very commonly used in rituals like this. It's kind of silly. Like all the culty stuff I know involves wine for something. The ritual of squabble. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. The sword must be borne by any dark hand. Required decorations of the hall. Grim Reaper, the never-tiring teacher, the feeder of mouths. Ritual of conflict. The accuser must deeply hate the defender. The sword must be borne by any initiate. Required decorations. The never-tiring teacher, the keeper of treasures, the mirror of the soul. Okay. So I guess we need to guess what kind of ritual they're doing here, eh? They contain some wine, but they're almost empty. It could be any of these. These all require wine. Sheep. Shit. 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 We have to guess what ritual they're doing and who's doing it. But they all have these creepy masks. How am I supposed to know that? Okay, so what I'm noticing is they have... Some of them are wearing the same masks, but they're also wearing different robes. So I'm assuming that we have to guess what faction they're from and their rank based on their robes and based on their mask. And that is gonna be hard, question mark? Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't even see this. I like how they say optional, but I don't know how optional they actually are. Let's see what they're up to. The Griffin has spoken. A trail with a small vial of unknown substance. A ruby ring. The Griffin has spoken. Ruby ring. The man in the mask is not breathing. Which of these requires a corpse? Which of these rituals requires a corpse? None of these seem to require a corpse. Ugh. Shit. The griffin has spoken. A silver tankard with some red wine in it. A ruby ring. Let us await the results from the chamber below. A sword. A ring. The griffin has spoken. A scepter. A ring. Okay. Wait, hold on. This has to be it. This ritual is done when a challenger has challenged a defender. I'm just gonna read this again. Both drinkers must be barefoot. Okay, so whatever this ritual is, that's what they're doing. The substance is added depending on the severity of the accusation, including a deadly poison. Okay. Alright. So he lost. Whatever happened, he lost. But what is the name of this ritual? How do I know? Let's keep looking. There's probably more clues. Okay, down here. The fuck is going on here? Man carrying a house on his back. Rich man eating coal. A fish in a house. And... is this another ritual? Prepare to receive what you have earned. Brother, a member of our order has proposed a new candidate to join our brotherhood. Our brother's trustworthiness, however, has been challenged. Therefore, we have decided to resolve the fate of these individuals. If the brother proves himself, he can vouch for the newcomer. If the newcomer survives the appropriate trial, he will join our ranks. You are summoned to join our gathering on March 14 and fulfill your role in the rites of the Brotherhood. Oh, that's a seal. These are branding seals. They're not tattoos. They're being branded. I have signaled to the griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Inception. Evaluation. Transition. Admission. Okay. Shit. Can I look at your back? Well, he doesn't have anything yet. But he has the seals that he has are an eye and a griffin. Okay, so that would have been Proud Beasts. Okay, so the red mask is Proud Beasts, because he has the seal of the Proud Beasts on this branding stick. So this is the Proud Beasts. Okay. And this would be Water Snake. And this would be Stewart. I'm assuming. Just based on how this looks, this is a water snake. It literally looks like a water snake. And I need to figure out what these robes do. How the fuck do we figure out the robes, bro? How the fuck do I figure out these robes? There should be more concrete evidence. There probably is concrete evidence, but my vibes-based investigative skills, unfortunately, take precedence. I guessed it based on the color. I was like, this looks like it would be a water snake. This looks like a water snake. I don't know. Is that stupid? Like, what if it ends up being right? Then my stupidness is vindicated, I guess. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to say Stewart. I meant to say Dark Hands. I know that Steward is a rank. I forgot. I forgot. But that's a dark hand. Okay, so I need to figure out what the robes mean. Let me see. Wait, this is easy. Maybe it's ranked in terms of importance. Okay, so these guys would have been initiates. Only initiates can be defender and accuser. So these guys are initiates. The green robes are initiates because only initiates can do this ritual as the defender and accuser, which both of these are. Okay. The scepter must be borne by a water snake master. Okay, so this is a water snake master because he's holding a scepter. All right. The sword must be borne by a dark hand. By a dark hand. No, this is it. This is it. Okay, yeah, and the sword must be borne by any dark. No, wait, which ritual? Shit. These all have different instructions. This music is not helping me. Shit. Either which way, all of these say, like, the scepter. Each of these say that the scepter must be borne by a master. It doesn't matter what clan or faction they're from, the scepter is only held by a master. So I'm assuming white robes are for masters. And these would be initiates, so that means that these would be for stewards. Nani? What do you mean? Only initiates can be defender and accuser. These are the defenders and accusers. Nani? I'm close. I am so close right now. Nuh-uh. The masks aren't wrong. I know for a fact that this is a water snake because this looks like a water snake. Maybe it's the robes. It has to be 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 the robes. There's no way this isn't water snake, dude. The mask looks like a water snake. It has to be the robes that are effed up, and there's only one other way that this can go. So I'm assuming this is initiate and this is steward. And I'm right! It's the robes! It has to be the robes because if this isn't a water snake, then my name isn't Allie. You know why? Because this looks like a water snake. I don't need to justify shit. The justification is in their face. It's like looking at me and saying I'm not an anime girl. You just know. Amazing deductive skills. I am frustrating the shit out of all the logical and actually smart people in the chat right now. Thank you for the gifts of Solidon. Thank you. Gifts for the smart Oshi who's doing a good job. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so this guy would have been an initiate, like, and he has a hand on him, so he would have been an initiate dark hand. Thank you so much for the gifts of Samadon. Thank you so much. Initiate. Dark hand. What the fuck? No, it would have been, it's the opposite way. There we go. Dark Hand Initiate, that's who he is. Okay. The ritual of... Fuck if I know. How am I supposed to know? What's happening here? Show your work and Allie being like, no. No! Legit. Legit. Dude, when I was in school, my teachers hated me. Like, they had to start, like, they started get, like, I had, like, they started having to give marks for the work too, because I would always just write the answer for like and like do the math in my head, and I hated writing the working out. I was like, this takes too much time. If I already know the answer, then I should just write down the freaking answer. You know what I mean? Like, it's so tedious. If I already know the answer, then that's what should matter, right? I gained the answer through the dream. Through my dreams. Okay, but showing your work is how you actually show that you understand the process. If I show you any of my files, because like I do sound design, right? If I ever showed you any of my files, you would hate me so much. All of my other friends who edit audios, edit ASMR, they all label their files. They're all so neat. Mine, it's a whole pile of I just came up with some bullshit. This is a whole pile of bullshit. That's how I edit, is like I edit with like a dream, with vibes. And then I go into it and I'm like, oh, I should add this. Oh, I'll add this too. And then I'll add this too. And then I'll add this too. And then bam, it's done. It's good, you know? I edit based on vibes. I don't have a system. I just edit based on vibes. But if you don't get the right answer, you can still get marks off of your method, bro. I'm not in school anymore. All I need to have is the answers. I'm not in school anymore. I don't need to deal with things like showing my work or showing my method. I edit based on vibes. Ritual of something or other. Ritual of bumfuck, I don't fucking know. Okay, wait, hold on. Grim Reaper is present. The Grim Reaper is present. Is it the Ritual of Squabble? No. Because all of these have the Grim Reaper required as present. Shit. Fuck. Fuck my stupid butt. I don't even know anymore. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It could be anything. My brain is fried right now, dude. Okay. Let me think. Let me guess what this one is first. You've signaled to the Griffin who I am. I accept my fate, whatever it may be. Prepare to receive what you have earned. Well, he's just starting out, so maybe it's the Ritual of Inception. He's just starting out, you know? You gotta start out with a Ritual of Inception first before you deal with all this stuff. He's just getting started. He doesn't even have the marks yet. Okay, so that's the Ritual of Inception. And this guy is a proud beast. Steward. And this guy is... This is Lazarus Hurst. The guy that our homeboy Walter Keane was trying to vouch for. This is Lazarus Hurst. Yeah! Woohoo! I am so smart! Okay, now to do this one. Let's see. This ritual is called the Ritual of... I don't know. Ritual, only stewards can be defender and accuser. Okay, so these are stewards, as we now know. So this has to be the ritual of dispute. Okay. And then we can fill out the ranks. Actually, no, wait. Yeah, we can fill out the ranks. Okay, these are masters. This is a proud beast. This one is a water snake because his mask looks like a water snake. This is also a water snake. This is a dark hand. This is a dark hand. This is a water snake. This is a initiate. Steward. What the fuck? Huh? That is correct, but it's not complete. What do you mean? Do some of these have to be... Oh my god, some of these have to be people's names. That's what it is, right? Oh my god, that's why there are names here. Oh my fucking god, no! I have to guess who's who. I have to guess who's who. This is tough. It's okay, it's optional. It's important for the story, but it's also optional. Let's see, okay, room temperature IQ? Are you referring to yourself? That's a crazy self-report, C6R3 Columbina. My god. You're gonna have to do the names anyway. That's true. Let me think. Okay. So, Griffin has spoken. Let me see. Alright. Walter Keane, David Gorin. These are the two of the names that I see. We've already identified Lazarus Hurst. I object to the admittance of Lazarus Hurst to our brethren, Sir Geoffrey Sinclair. Okay, so the people doing the ritual would be... Geoffrey Keane is objecting to... Geoffrey Sinclair is objecting to Walter Keane. But which is which? Who won? May the Griffin awaken. Walter Keane. Illuminated Masters. I know that they're... Okay, I submit that our Dark Hand brother Walter Keane, who vouches for him, cannot be trusted. Okay, Walter Keane is a Dark Hand. So this has to be Walter Keane because he's wearing a Dark Hand mask. Okay, so this is Walter Keane. So he won. This is Geoffrey Sinclair. He lost. And I'm assuming this is David Gorin. Huh? Really? Close? Close? 2 or fewer is a lot of progress. Okay, that means I need all the names. But I do have all the names. I don't need all the names for all of them. I only know 3 people. There's only 3 people. I only have 3 names and I already have all the names I need. Oh, I put a rank instead of their faction over here. Okay, this is correct. Yeah, that was just a typo, so I was right. All right. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, what happened was, Walter Keane was challenged to a Inception. No, sorry. He was challenged to a dispute ritual. He with ambushed. Him and David Gorin are like besties, I feel. Look at them. They're kind of stanced up, they're looking at each other, they're besties, okay? They're both Dark Hand brothers. Okay. So he and David Gorin ambushed. Oh, wait, no! Because this guy is a Dark Hand Initiate and he has all of his stuff stolen. He's like completely naked. He had all of his robes stolen. This is an actual Dark Hand Initiate. So one of them stole his robes. And he left his stuff with David. This is David Gorin. This is why David Gorin stuff is with him. Oh, David Gorin ambushed a Dark Hand Initiate. And then David Gorin, posing as a Dark Hand Initiate. Okay. Challenged. No, not challenged. Wait, hold on. Why would David Gorin go through the trouble of pretending to sneak into this cult if not to, you know, do some weird kind of stuff? They had a plan. They were trying to do something. They were trying to do something sneaky. They were trying to get rid of this guy who was challenging them. This guy, Jeffrey Sinclair, who was like, I don't fuck with this Walter Keane guy. So, what he did was he signaled to Walter Keane with a he has a tank, like a kind of tankard kind of teapot with a blank which had no blank. Well, these cups would have been filled with poison if they were doing the dispute ritual. Because one of them has poison. Okay, so what he did was he signaled to Walter Keane with a tankard. Which cup had no poison? And then Jeffrey Sinclair, the guy who challenged him, drank the other cup and died. And meanwhile, Blank passed the blank ritual to become, okay, this would have been Lazarus Hearst. Lazarus Hearst passed the Inception ritual to become a, what was it again? Proud Beast. He would have been a Proud Beast initiate. Okay, after being challenged to a ritual with potentially deadly consequences, Walter conspired with David to devise a plan which would ensure his own safety. They captured a Brotherhood member on his way to the gathering. David took his costume so that during the ritual of dispute, he could indicate to Walter which of the cups was poisoned. Therefore, Walter chose the safe cup and his opponent drank the poison and died. Thank you for the gift subs popping up, Ember. Thank you, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Great. Excellent stuff. Oh, this is fun. This is so much fun. This is so much fun. Do I want to do Uno Mas? I don't know. Do you guys want to do Uno Mas? I don't know. It's already been so hard. I struggled like fucking crazy with this last one. I don't know if I have enough time. But we can't have that much time left on this, right? Yeah, no. I was already kind of grasping at straws with this one, so the fact that we even barely got this was kind of a struggle. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna have to do a finale. We're gonna do one more stream of this, and we're gonna figure out what happens. I would love to do Udomas, but my brain is freaking fried right now. Yeah. We'll knock out the other half another stream. We're gonna do a finale. It's gonna be great.